Allô tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien, j'espère que vous êtes en forme, j'espère que vous êtes en feu. Il me semble que c'est une réplique que j'entends souvent, ça. Donc, super, moi, Mick est comme c'est moi, vous regarderez Mick dans l'écran. Aujourd'hui, un autre Rhino Run. Là, pardonnez-moi, j'ai oublié de demander c'est quel numéro qu'on était rendu. On est rendu dans les quarantaines avant 50, OK? Fait que finalement, on est rendu, peut-être dans les discussions, quelqu'un va être bon. Le 47e, merci Ed. 47e déjà, oh my God, on n'est pas au 47e parallèle, mais vraiment au 47e Rhino Run. Donc aujourd'hui, comme je le disais, c'est Anna qui va animer le Rhino. Elle parle d'action et justement de ne pas attendre d'être vraiment purement dans l'action, si je me fie au titre que j'ai lu parce que je n'ai pas écouté l'information à ce jour. On va démarrer avec une vidéo. Donc, je vais vous partager mon écran. Je vais démarrer la vidéo, puis ensuite, ça sera Anna qui prendra le relais. Évidemment.
Je pense que c'est pas tout de suite. C'est quand elle va te le dire, Émilie. C'est quand elle va te le dire.
Je pensais qu'on démarrait avec la vidéo. J'étais déjà prête, moi. Il était déjà en background. Donc, quand Anna, tu seras prête pour la vidéo, tu me le diras. Puis, n'oubliez pas de prendre des notes. Même les vieux Rhino prennent des notes. Même les vieux. N'oubliez pas de faire fourmiller, d'activer votre cognitif pour la toute fin, pour avoir des questions. Voilà. Donc, bonne écoute. Tu peux y aller, Anna.
Awesome. It's good to see you guys. Everyone's good? Thumbs up? Yes, everyone is good. Woohoo! All right, before I start today, I am Anna Justice. If I have not met you yet, I'm an independent promoter with Prove It, the company that has absolutely changed our lives, my husband and I, Nate. And so it's so great to see you guys today. First of all, before I start, I want to do some recognition. I want to acknowledge anyone today who is working super duper hard, crushing the month of October. I want you to put their name in the chat box below. Someone who is inspiring you currently, someone who is crushing it on your team, someone that you want everyone to know is doing an amazing job. Let's see the names come through real quick. I want to see everybody. Awesome. Now I can't see the comments very good because I'm on my phone right now, but I know you're doing them. So let's see some names. Awesome. Good, good. Awesome. Melissa, Isa, Nancy, Emily, keep them coming. All of us. Yes, Emily. I love it. I love it. It's so true. It's so true. Good job, you guys. Awesome. You guys are having a really great month. And you know what? We're only halfway through it. So let's just keep going. Let's crush it right to the very end. If you have a goal in mind, then let's pursue that goal. If you are still wondering what that goal is going to be, you need to figure it out today. So get those goals. All right. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about take action and they will follow. We are going to watch a video today, but first of all, I'm just going to make a couple of notes before we watch the video. Like Emily said, if you have a pen and paper, I would like you to pull it out because this video is full of golden nuggets. And I really think it's going to impact you guys today in a huge way. And I want you to take notes, and your call to action, I'm going to start with your call to action, is going to be telling me one of your biggest takeaways from watching the video today. So that's why it's very important to have a pen and paper when we watch the video. Now, number one, I want to talk about you following first. So to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower first, which means that you have to learn from another leader. You have to learn from someone who has gone before you, who has done an excellent job that you admire, that you want to pursue the same. And so basically, if you follow really well and you learn to follow, you will lead well. And that is one thing, is people think sometimes that they can just lead because they have a mandate to lead, or they, it's like they've been put in a position to lead. But really, the position does not matter. It matters if you have learned to follow someone to lead well. And so it's important that while you're building your organization, you're building your business, is to learn from someone. And we have really great leaders in this business. We have Emily, we have Nick, we have Camille. We have so many leaders, but there's even leaders beyond that. leaders that will teach us things beyond even our proven experience. There's leaders in other organizations that you can look at too and see how they are doing it, how they're building their teams. And so it's important that you stay connected to those people. Another leader that I love to watch is Dr. Heather. I love watching Dr. Heather. I love watching Dr. Andy. Even though I know the answers to a lot of the questions that are asked, I love to watch them lead because there's something about it. I'm like, I want to be more like that. So you need to be pulled into someone that you admire their ability to lead, and that you would want to do the same. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. I'm going to say that once more. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, or become more, you are a leader. So if you can inspire anyone to do any of those things, then you are leading to some capacity in your life. That may mean your children. If you are a mom or a dad, you are leading your children. You are inspiring them to be the best version of who they can be. You're inspiring them to be the best kid they can be, to be a responsible adult someday that's going to, give to society, serve people, love people unconditionally. That's what your mandate is as a parent. So if you are going beyond that and serving others that way, then yes, your actions will inspire others to lead. All right. Now, lastly, before we watch the movie, because the movie is 20 minutes, so you guys can get your ketones out and get ready to watch the video. People don't follow insecure people. They don't follow insecure leaders. They don't follow people who are doing it wrong or who have never done it before. People don't follow those kinds of people. You're not going to go, into a store, into Walmart, and say to, the greeter at the door. Okay. There's nothing wrong with greeters at the door, but you're not going to go to the greeter at the door and say, how do I buy a Walmart? How do I run a Walmart? That greeter has no clue. The greeter knows how to greet at the door. That greeter has no clue how to own a Walmart, how to run a Walmart, how to hire staff, how to fire staff, how to have a payroll. They don't know any of that stuff. And so it's important that you follow leaders that are secure in where you want to go. You follow leaders that know where they want to go and they're sure of it, and they have the experience and the confidence that go with it. So with that being said, we're going to watch a video today. It's super impacting. I watched it this morning and I was like, wow, there's so many golden nuggets in this. So we're going to watch it. And then at the end of the video, we're going to finish up, and your call to action will be to jump on the video after. And I want everyone's 20-second takeaway from the video. So one takeaway, that's your biggest takeaway. And we're going to share it with each other on the video this morning. Okay, so go ahead, Emily, and you can fire that up.
Good, je vais partager. Vous me direz si vous entendez bien le son. Est-ce que vous voyez l'image? First, la première, vous voyez? OK.
Boss, that you have to finish before the big meeting starts.
Entendez-vous?
Or you're cramming for an exam the night before, but can't bear to keep your eyes open to read one more textbook.
Why is it that most people don't pursue their dreams or don't do better than what they're doing if they're capable of doing it? I think that many of us don't go the next step because we don't know what to do yet. And I say that the reason that we don't even explore the possibility of what to do is because subconsciously we don't believe that it can happen for us, and we don't believe that we deserve it. So here's what I'm suggesting. How much time do you spend working on you? How much time do you spend every day working on your dream? In the last 90 days, how many books have you read? In the last year, what new skill or knowledge have you acquired? What kind of investment have you made in you? So I'm saying that as you begin to look at where you want to go, if you want to make it today, and things are changing so fast, you have to literally run to stand still I'm saying that you've got to make some conscious effort to begin to work to develop you.
I'm going to make a bold statement and say that doing a TEDx talk is going to be the most transformative and uplifting experience of your life and your business. This is Kevin before his TEDx talk.
Excusez, je viens de voir qu'il y a des annonces.
Here's something else. Most people are not living their dreams because of fear, ladies and gentlemen. I was in Columbus, Ohio yesterday speaking for a particular Ohio department. Young lady named Karen who greeted me, who organized the event, very talented, very skillful. And she was talking about she wanted to become involved in the consulting business. I said, why aren't you doing it? I said, you have the abilities. I said, you're not here because they like you. You're here because you're doing the job. You're making things happen. And she came up with all kinds of ideas, but finally she said, I guess I can't see myself doing it. I guess I'm afraid. Fear, limited vision, and lack of self-esteem is what keep most people doing things they don't want to do. I flew from Columbus, Ohio to Denver, Colorado to a major communications company. And the person that picked me up at the airport told me about the fact that the company was planning on having a major downsizing. And they offered some of the employees there an early retirement, and some of them will earn as much as $300,000. And they said, this is the last time that you can take this offer. If you don't do it, when we have the downsizing, you might be among those who will lose their jobs, and all you will get is your severance pay. And only 50% of the people who were eligible to take the $300,000 took it. The others were afraid to take a chance on themselves. The others couldn't see themselves beyond that company. They couldn't see life after that company. The same reason that people stay in relationships where they're abused or they're unhappy or it's unfulfilling. They can't see themselves beyond that relationship. They can't see themselves enjoying life without that person. They think that this is all that they can do. The same reason that people get stuck at a certain level in life. They can't see things being better for them. And they think that this is it and this is all they deserve. This is all they've ever seen. It's been passed on to them. And they think that this is it for them. Oh, no. I was looking what Dr. Blanton, Smiley Blanton, who is a colleague of Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, what he said about fear. He said, fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can age you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. And it seemed like you're in a hypnotic spell. And I ask you a question, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What's the benefit of giving up on yourself, of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit for you? What's the plus in that? It's one of the things I had to ask myself. So I didn't want to make any mistakes. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to be perfect the first time I did something. It's not going to happen. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to hurt some folks' feelings. You're going to create some enemies whenever you decide that you want to begin to take life on. You've got to ask yourself, how long am I going to allow this to hold me back? I like what Zig Ziglar says. He said, fear is false evidence appearing real. That is an illusion that we create in our mind. It is a state of mind that can be changed. So let's look at how we can begin to take some steps to restructure that fear, to begin to expand our visions of ourselves, to begin to increase our self-esteem. Webster said that self-esteem means confidence and satisfaction in oneself. Look at your life right now. Whatever you've done up to this point in time, your life is working. Whatever you have produced, it came out of you as a result of the kind of person that you have become. It's a result of your choices. It's a result of your consciousness. Now you have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with what you have produced? Is this what you want? Would you like for things to be better than this? Do you believe that you deserve better than this? Or are you content? This is it. You don't have to do anything else. That you've already resigned yourself in life and say, well, I'm happy. Are you allowing yourself to get off the hook like that? Or do you believe somewhere in the back of your mind or in your heart that there's some other great work for you to do? There's something else that life has for you. And that's why you're here. How do we handle this fear factor? How do we increase our self-esteem? You have to begin to fortify yourself. How do we do that? I believe that you have to begin to consciously monitor your inner conversation and start talking to yourself. Start building yourself up. Sometimes the only good things you will hear about you are the things that you say to you. So I'm saying learn to be your own booster. Start building yourself up. Start encouraging yourself. Start saying, I can do this. I can make this happen. When I started thinking about becoming a speaker, I said, yes, I can do this. I can make this happen. When I start trying to convince myself I can be a businessman after flopping and failing and losing thousands of dollars and feeling stupid and dumb and having people take advantage of me because of what I didn't know. I had to talk to myself because people were saying to me that I was dumb. And somewhere in the back of my mind, I was saying, you're right. Look at what I've done. I had to say, no, Les. Hey, come on, man, get yourself together. You can handle this. You just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right. This is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this. Other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you. And when I start changing that kind of mindset of beating myself up because of my mistakes and start looking at the possibility of my doing better, of my making the adjustment that would enable me to do what I want to do successfully, things begin to change. And I'm saying, stop beating up on yourself. You do it. I know you do it. I've done it. It's a natural inclination for us to put ourselves down. See, we are born negative, I think, in a negative consciousness because we live in a negative world. So you don't have to teach children to lie. They'll lie automatically. Did you wet in your pants? No, I did not. Well, what is that?
We lost the volume.
Remets ton son, Émilie, remets ton son. Tu t'es muté.
J'ai touché à rien. Je remets.
Saying that we have to work through the challenges of life and learning how to begin to work to fortify ourselves. Begin to guard your mind against negative programming, like turn off the television. Don't watch the news. I think that more people have a sense of hopelessness and anxiety about life. If you look at the news, you cannot feel good looking at the news. You'll be scared to death. You're scared to go to sleep. I mean, it turns your power down. You've got to be conscious of that. Don't pick up the newspaper and read it. No. Just try this. Just experiment with yourself. Now, if your job depends upon you knowing certain things, let somebody tell you just about those things. But start filtering the stuff you allow to come in your mind. You know that song you used to say, don't let nobody bring you no bad news. I tell my staff, look here, don't tell me any bad news while I'm on the road. Let me handle it tomorrow. I don't like anybody to tell me any bad news at night before I go to sleep. I can't do anything about it anyhow. Why let me go to sleep with that on my consciousness? No, and my staff, they know that. Say, let it wait till tomorrow. And I have a period of time. Tell me bad news between 10 o'clock and 12 noon. After I prayed and meditated and read my books, I'm fortified, I'm ready to handle it. I deal with it, and I'm out of there, and I'm going on to something else. So you've got to guard the kinds of things that you put in your mind. See, if you don't program your mind will be programmed because human beings are goal-oriented. That's why we die of broken hearts early. That's why we're running through life to early grades. We're going through life, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that Henry David Thoreau said that most men live in quiet desperation. Most of us go through life running scared.
Hey, I'm Russ Ruffino. And if you're a coach, consultant, expert, author, or speaker, I have just one question for you.
Larry DeAngie, who I think is going to be one of the greatest motivational speakers around today, told me a story, a true story of a friend of his that every day when he came home from school, when he would get to a certain block in his neighborhood, there was a neighborhood dog that would chase him. And that dog would start after him barking. Boy, he would run, just running from that dog every day, every day. Finally, he just got tired of that dog chasing him every day. He said, this dog come around here today, I'm gonna take a brick or something and bust him in the head. So he was walking home that day, minding his own business. Sure enough, same area, there was that dog there. And the dog started barking, he started running, he saw a brick and he stopped and picked up the brick and turned around, and the dog got close to him. He realized the dog didn't have any teeth.
He
put the brick down and said, get on out my way. And ladies and gentlemen, all our lives, many of us go through life running from things that ain't got no teeth to do us any harm. Haven't you been afraid to do something and then after you did it, you say, whoa, if I'd known it was this easy, I would have done it before. Haven't you ever had that experience? Raise your hand. Absolutely. So we created this in our minds, false evidence appearing real. We made it real in our minds. That's why Churchill said there's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's the destructive monster. So turn off things that can contribute to your fear. Turn a deaf ear to people that all they can do is talk about how negative things are because they have bought into the consciousness of the world. Start attending workshops, seminars, listening to tapes on a daily basis to begin to recondition your mind, to retrain your thinking. Faith comes by what? Hearing and hearing and hearing. Listen to things that can empower you, that can enable you to create a new reality for yourself, in a new life for yourself. You might appear to be strange around most people. You know, most people think you're strange if you're happy today. People say, how you doing? I said, better than good. Whoa, what's wrong with him? Just go around smiling and watch people. Look at this. Is this a weird guy over here? Because most people don't smile. Watch him. Look at their faces in the morning. Here we go, another Monday morning. How you doing? Haven't had my coffee yet. Don't ask me. See, these people have not found their purpose in life. That's why they're grumpy. That's why they're miserable. That's why they're so negative. They're hurting and they want to hurt other people. So start practicing using programs for your mind. Seminars, books, workshops. Keep a journal. Record your thoughts. What's happening with you? Every day when you get up, have a journal near you. I use the Jack Boland journal so that I can write down my ideas. I keep it by my bed so I can write down my thoughts. See, ladies and gentlemen, we get 3 to 4 thoughts a year that if we would act on those thoughts, they could change our life. Don't say, well, I'll remember that. No, write that thought down. I got a thought today I wrote down. A friend of mine is in the hospital. His morale is low. They're talking about amputating his foot. He's got to feel very bad. So I said, you know, I'm not only am I going to see him, but I can't be there with him all the time. I said, I'm going to create a tape for him that he can listen to that will heighten his level of morale. We told him the other night, don't go to surgery. You are depressed. Your energy level is down. No, tell him not now. Don't do it now. In fact, most doctors who have any sense of awareness don't perform surgery on patients that are in a state of fear, that don't think they will make it. They wait till they're in a different state of mind. So I said, what about making tapes for people that are facing physical challenges? I said, that's a good idea. All right. See, there are ideas that can come to you out of things that appear to be negative. I have a friend out of Chicago, just met him. He was 23 years old. And this guy, he went financially bankrupt 2 years ago, ruined his credit. Guess what he decided to do? He found a blessing in it. He wanted to restore his credit. It was very challenging, very difficult. And he realized that a lot of other people during these particular times are ruining their credit. So now he started a credit repair business. Last year, he earned over $100,000 helping people to restore their credit. I met a young lady who attends this church, that she was at her father's funeral and she was putting flowers on her father's grave, and she looked around and saw the other grave sites. They did not look well groomed and they were not attended to on a regular basis. She started a grave site maintenance business. Out of that tragedy something positive has come out of it. And now she's earning more money doing that than on her present job. What idea are you sitting on? Write your ideas down. And then, what idea are you sitting on? Write your ideas down. And then, once you get that idea, take the leap. Hello? Take the leap. See, a lot of people get the ideas and just walk around with them. Have you ever had an idea and all of a sudden you looked around and somebody had that idea and gone with it? Think you're going to be going with my hospital idea. Forget that, buddy. We will be out there together, Jack. Take the leap. See, it's out here in the universe. If you don't take the plunge, I guarantee you, somebody else will. Take the plunge. Go into action. And ladies and gentlemen, you will be surprised at how things will come together. You'll be surprised. Now, you're going to have some difficult challenges. I can tell you that now. Be aware of that. Things are not going to work out exactly right. For a time, they will, sometimes. And that's when life is just playing a game with you. Want you to feel good and relax. And then after a while, say, okay, the honeymoon's over now. And then life will come over there and slap you side the head. Say, what you doing out here? Well, this is my dream life. Is that right? Come over here a minute. Oh, you went to the seminar, huh? Come here. I can tell you that. But ladies and gentlemen, go into action with your dream. And don't avoid where the fights are. Get in the midst of the fight and get some hickeys on your head. Get knocked down so you can learn how to fight, so you can hold your position. See, most people don't get out in the arena of life because they don't want to fight. Most people don't get out there because they don't want to get knocked down. They don't want to be dropped to their knees. But see, you're going to be dropped whether you're on the field or whether or not you're sitting on the sidelines. You're going to be dropped. So at least get dropped for something. Don't get knocked down while you're sitting down. See, that's how most people are spectators in life. You don't want to be a spectator. You want to get out in the field where the action is, and you will be amazed. After the struggle, there will be a calm period and things will begin to click for you. Come out here with what you got. You don't have enough money? Don't worry about it. You got the dream. You got the idea. You don't have enough resources? Don't worry about it. You need some help? Don't worry about it. You get out here in the arena, someone will look at you and become inspired and say, hey, can I help you? But if you're sitting up on the bleachers, nobody's going to ask you anything. You've got to get into the flow of action. Frances Hart called me from Chicago. She had been sitting on an idea of a show that she wanted to produce for 10 years called Mind-Body Connection.
This is crazy, by the way. Did you know, according to the latest research, an average person's wasting 3 hours per day procrastinating?
So someone saw me speaking in Chicago at a sorority convention and said, I saw a guy that perhaps can host this show for you who has energy and charisma. She called me. She was so fired up. I said, listen, on the day that you want to do that, I'm speaking in Chicago. I can do it for you. And I said, by the way, I met somebody 2 weeks ago in Baltimore who has an idea of the same type of show, and she's doing it on radio. Why don't you call her? And then she called me back. Who else would you suggest? I said, well, I know Deepak Chopra. He wrote the book called Quantum Healing, and Bernie Siegel. Could you get his number? I'll tell you what, I have a friend named Jack Boland at the Church of the Day. He knows how to get in touch with him. Call him, and he will give you the number so you can get in touch with Bernie Siegel. That lady started calling all around, did not have the resources, but she had this idea and dream. And she said the other night when she came before the audience that had gathered in the studio, she said, I feel like I've been pregnant for 10 years. And tonight you're going to witness a beautiful delivery. And it was. She said, I couldn't believe, Les, how things began to happen, how it all began to come together. When you want something out of life, you've got to be willing to go into action. Don't wait around for things to be just right. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the ideal situation. It will never be ideal. There will always be a reason. Well, as soon as the children grow up, as soon as I pay my bills, or as soon as I get my divorce, all kinds, as soon as I get enough money together. Do what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied. A lot of people never take a chance in life. They don't want to take any chances. They want the situation to be ideal. See, that's not walking by faith. That's walking by sight.
Oh my God. Je suis craquée. C'est-tu moi qui reprends le lead ou c'est toi, Anna?
So, is that good or what, you guys? So good. Do you guys get lots of content out of that? All right. So I literally just rewrote like a whole bunch of notes again, because I'm going to redo some stuff after listening to it a second time. I'll go first. I needed that today, like just a kick in the pants and just a reality check. For me personally, I need to write down different dreams and goals, and I need to look back on them, because I did that last year, and then I saw how everything came to fruition. And so I love what he said. Go into action. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for them to be ideal. Just do it. And that's what really stands you apart from the rest. That's what makes you be better than all of the rest, like the song, better than all the rest, right? So that's what makes you better than all the rest, is when you go into action and you do it, no matter how you feel, no matter your circumstances, no matter what happens. So, and the last thing, another big takeaway for me was, I have so many here. I'm going to say fear. I'm going to say fear because he talked on fear at the beginning, and just how fear can grip you from being an amazing leader. Fear can grip you from accomplishing your dreams. Fear can grip you literally to the point that it can kill you if you allow fear to come in. And, in this season, there is a lot of fear, and it's something that you have to guard subconsciously, is to not allow that fear to come into your mind, into your presence, because if you do, then it becomes a distraction to what you could be doing and what you can accomplish. So I would say fear definitely is my other big takeaway from everything. All right, who wants to go next? Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Moi, j'y vais parce que ça a tellement résonné en moi, cette vidéo-là, avec la situation actuelle. C'est incroyable. Tu sais, franchement, ce que je retiens un peu de tout ça, c'est oser l'inconnu. Parce qu'il n'y aura jamais de moment idéal. Il y aura toujours quelque chose pour te ramener dans ta réalité. Fait que si tu n'oses pas, ben ça que tu vas, pour parler des peurs, paralyser, oublier tes rêves, ton espoir va s'envoler. Écoute, c'est de trouver le plus-value dans cette situation-là qui te fout la chienne. Parce qu'il y en a un plus-value. Parce que déjà au départ, si tu as eu l'idée d'aller vers cet objectif-là, c'est qu'il y a un plus-value. Maintenant, c'est lui, il faut que tu mettes en avant-plan puis que tu oublies tes pensées limitatives et tes peurs. Mais au final, c'est d'oser l'inconnu. Tu sais, c'est un peu quand on décide d'avoir des enfants. Y a-t-il un moment idéal pour avoir des enfants? Pas en tout. Pas en tout. À un moment donné, il faut juste faire comme parfait, je me fais. On enlève le condom, on enlève la pilule, puis ouais, go, on y va. Il n'y en a pas de moment idéal pour quoi que ce soit. Fait que, c'est comme go, ose l'inconnu. Moi, c'est vraiment ça, oser l'inconnu. Puis ça colle parfaitement avec ce qui se passe en ce moment. Voilà.
All right, I'm going after you, Emily. Oh, that's good. For me, it's really, really, really easy and simple. You have two ways of seeing things, and you have only one choice. Are you going to follow your dream or follow your fear? That's it. That's my decision.
So good, you guys.
For me, it's about, are you in the bleachers? Are you putting yourself in the court? If you're not willing to play the game and to declare what you want out of it, you will never ever get it. It's daring, as Emily was saying. Get on the court and declare what you want. Mettez-vous sur le terrain. Soyez pas dans les estrades. Et déclarez ce que vous voulez. Vous embarquez sur le terrain, est-ce que vous embarquez pour jouer ou vous embarquez pour gagner? Il y a une grande différence entre les deux. Déclarez ce que vous voulez. Parce que si vous n'êtes pas sur le terrain et que vous ne déclarez pas votre intention, ça n'arrivera jamais.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Who's next?
I will do it. I will try in English, but the words sortir. I realized that I always say when I'm stressed, anxious, I don't do the things. I'm just not productive. But now I just realized that that's the fear that paralyzed me. Littéralement, là. C'est la peur de ce qui pourrait arriver si j'atteins pas les objectifs qui me paralysent. Plutôt que le fait d'être stressée ou anxieuse, parce que j'ai beau faire du yoga ou de la méditation ou un paquet d'affaires pour me... OK, on se part. La peur, elle reste là. Le yoga fait pas de la magie, là. C'est vraiment la peur qui me fait paralyser. Puis là que je la comprends, que je l'identifie, vraiment un déclic, là, je suis prête à avancer. Là, j'ai un paquet de notes, là.
So good. So good. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And you are what you say to yourself, right? And there's so much power in what you think and how you respond to situations. So I'm so glad that you caught that, because now you're going to be subconsciously like aware of those things now. You know, when you think that, when you say that, you'll be like, whoa, wait a second. This is not normal. This is not what's welcome here. Right. And if anything, if you say something that is negative or think something, say out loud, get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, just have the power to like shift your mindset and say, I'm out, like, get out of here, you know, and you'll be able to shift that mindset right away when you actually acknowledge and move on. So good. Who's next?
Je peux y aller, moi. Mon Dieu, tellement de choses dans cette vidéo-là, mais la peur, c'est drôle parce que ça disait de ne pas écouter les nouvelles. Et puis, mon chum a tendance à écouter toujours les nouvelles le soir dans le lit, et c'est vrai que c'est bourré de merde et que le lendemain, tu sais, tu as dormi là-dessus toute la nuit, puis le lendemain, tu te réveilles pas bien, tu n'es pas bien. Donc, et j'avais déjà cette espèce le monde, ils disent que je suis un peu, je joue à l'autruche, là, mais j'ai déjà cette espèce de facilité-là, d'habitude, justement, de ne pas écouter le mauvais. Je veux pas le savoir. Puis je veux pas le savoir, pas juste entre 10 puis midi, je veux dire, le soir, je veux pas le savoir pendant tout. Parce que je veux pas que ça me brime. L'autre chose, c'est, Anna l'a dit en anglais, je vais le dire en français, c'est vrai qu'il ne faut pas attendre le moment parfait. Il faut rendre le moment parfait. Ça, c'est mon mot de la journée, ma phrase de la journée. C'est ça.
So good. Thank you. That was awesome. Who's next?
I will go. I was with Mia, but I listen much. Honestly, I think it's just living my life the way I want. So don't listen to my fear. Don't listen to others, what people are thinking, because everything that you are doing, people are talking. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So just be yourself and just go for what you want. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. And that's actually a really good point, Camille, is that people will talk no matter what. They're going to talk whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad. Somebody's always going to have something to say. So you just have to be in your own present life and living it to your best and not caring about everyone else. I'm with you 100%. That's awesome.
I got another one.
Oh,
Or if somebody else want to do it, like I don't know, I'm on my cell phone. I heard somebody.
I was going to say something.
Okay, go for it. I will go after.
My takeaway of that video, it doesn't have fear, because I used to be like, I want to be like the perfect guy. Everything wants to, like, I want to do everything perfectly. And it told me down. So I didn't do anything. So when I start to having no fear, and just the video remember me that thing. When I start to having no fear, I start to grow up as a human, as a person, and that's the thing that's my biggest takeaway of that video.
Excellent. That was very, very good, Jan. And it's great to meet you face to face.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
Yes, that was awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
So my only one, my other one was you're going to fight. So choose your fight. Do choose the trenches. Your life will hit you. So no matter what, if you go in the arena of your dream, of your life, you will grow, you will evolve, you will attract people that will help you grow. But anyway, you will have to fight. So it's a little bit the same that my first takeaway was. Are you going to fight just for life, for surviving? Or are you going to fight for creating a better life, for creating a better yourself? So that's it.
So good. That's it. What are you going to fight for? Anybody else want to go?
Je pense qu'il y a quelqu'un d'autre qui veut y aller, sinon on va y aller comme ça. Parce que je ne ferai pas un recap, on s'entend que le vidéo, là, il était assez puissant pour comprendre qu'il n'en tient qu'à nous de faire ce qu'on veut accomplir dans la vie. Je pense que ça wrap up un peu tout ça. Vous pouvez le faire en français. Oui, c'est ça, vous pouvez le faire en français. Là. Moi, je parle en français. Si vous êtes mal à l'aise là, en français, de faire votre takeaway. Hey, ça fait vraiment du bien de se libérer, là. Je vous le dis. Un petit dernier 10 secondes. Même si vous n'êtes pas en caméra, on peut entendre votre voix. Good. Donc, oh, t'as un peu, Marc-Claude, je t'ai vu bouger, t'allais-tu le faire? Je t'ai vu faire ça. Je vais essayer de t'attraper au bon. Comme je vous dis, je ne ferai pas le recap. J'ai déposé le petit lien dans les commentaires si vous voulez aller le réécouter seul, pleine puissance dans vos oreilles. Anna, merci. Franchement, cette vidéo-là, que les gens aient fait leur takeaway ou pas, je pense que franchement, il résonne en tous. Donc, avec tout ce qui a été dit, après, à vous de prendre ce qui vous plaît.
Moi, je t'avais marqué dans les commentaires, dans les messages.
Bien là, alors, comme tu viens de te démuter, tu peux le dire à vive voix. Vas-y.
Alors, j'avoue, tout le monde a parlé super vite en anglais. Ça avait l'air super intéressant, c'est super frustrant. Du coup, j'ai envoyé des messages à mon chéri qui parle très bien anglais. Je lui ai dit, il va falloir que tu me parles en anglais parce que là, c'est la catastrophe, j'ai presque rien compris. Mais j'ai compris quand même l'essentiel. Et comme je disais dans les commentaires, il n'y a pas de hasard, je pense. Si tout s'est fait maintenant, alors ça fait 2 ans que je suis Camille et Mick et que je me lance que maintenant, même si ça va être pas super simple les premiers temps, hein, du fait du congé parental, tout ça, mais ça se fera. La leçon de ce soir, c'est un peu une claque parce que je me dis que c'est un petit peu un résumé de ce que j'ai fait jusqu'à présent. Même si j'ai toujours fait en sorte de me tirer des situations compliquées, machin, comme tout le monde. Hein, je veux dire, j'ai pas non plus une vie à plaindre. Hein. Mais par contre, plutôt tendance à subir les choses que d'être actrice moi-même. Je veux dire, des difficultés, il y en aura toujours, comme on dit. Et au final, il n'y a pas longtemps, je me suis quand même rendu compte que je m'étais perdue moi-même, en fait. Et ça, je pense que c'est une des pires choses. Quand on s'en rend compte, on se dit, oula, attends, t'as fait quoi là? Ah oui, mais il y a quasi 10 ans qui se sont écoulés, mais j'ai fait quoi? Et voilà. Et au final, vu qu'il n'y a pas de hasard, je me retrouve là avec vous tous. Bon, quand vous parlez anglais, j'avoue, c'est un peu la merdouille, hein, mais c'est pas grave. Je vais m'y mettre, c'est pas grave. Mais c'est génial. Et dans tous les cas, même si on capte pas tout, hein, en tant que bon français qui ne comprend pas grand-chose en anglais, et rien que l'énergie qui passe, c'est carrément chouette. Donc merci. Et ouais, belle claque pour moi aussi. Bien chouette. C'est tout.
Merci, Amandine. Puis j'aime ce que tu dis. Tu as dit le mot, je ressens l'énergie malgré le fait que je ne saisis pas tout le message. Puis c'est ça qu'on vient chercher ici aussi, cette énergie-là. Des fois, tu pourrais être sur mute, mais juste voir les gens bouger puis ressentir la communauté, la connexion, c'est ce qui fait qu'on a besoin de ça. On a besoin de ça. Donc, pour rapper un peu ce Zoom-là, merci Anna. On envoie des cœurs à Anna, tout le monde des cœurs. Vous pouvez même les mettre dans vos trucs en bas. Merci pour cette vidéo-là qui est chouette, qui fait vraiment un baume sur le cœur. Fermez votre télé, fermez votre radio, mais soyez là dans le Team Call ce soir. C'est good? Bye tout le monde. Ah, faut que j'arrête l'enregistrement. On n'a pas arrêté l'enregistrement.